huge welcome to the Sovereign Free Life podcast. I'm here with Jo from Australia. We met in San Diego, and I was so inspired by you and your huge success, your passion for women, and just reclaiming yourself as a queen and embodiment of the life that you want to live. And I know you've been on a huge journey to get where you are at and also been in other network marketing companies and learned a lot there. But in this community and in this business, you just exploded. Like I have never seen anyone just run through as fast as you. And I feel like we had a great connection when we met, and I just feel the love and the power in you and how this unapologetic energy of just being you. That is
Yeah.
so inspiring. So happy to have you here, Joe. And yeah,
Mm.
would love to start with just hearing your story and your background and
Of course.
how you came to this.
Yes. Thank you, beautiful. That was such a gorgeous introduction. It nearly made me tear up.
Oh.
And the part that made me tear up, and I think this is a really good place to start, is when you talked about my heart. And, I just believe that every single one of us on this earth is here for a reason. And it's actually up to us to find out what that is, what lights us up, what turns us on, what is going to have us literally go through life, not just for ourselves, but for everyone that we touch. Like
Mm,
my whole life, I've just known that I was different, not better, just different. Like I was the one that would help someone an elderly person cross the road when everyone, not everybody else, but the majority of other people, like life is lifing, right? And now that I'm an adult, I get it, right? Like I was a teenager at the time, probably. But I've always being able to see when someone needs help and actioned it and prioritized it actually because I really care about people. Like I
mm,
literally care about people, and thank you for seeing that because it is how it's how I live my life.
mm,
And and at the same time, I it's also probably really honestly why I have worked so hard on myself to become like the very best version of myself today that I can be. And I know sometimes, if for people, if we haven't been on a personal development journey or an inner work journey or whatever we want to call it, like that can sound really like, I don't know, like cliche and kind of like, oh, well, of course we're all trying to be the best version of ourselves. And like what I really mean by that is, I know that I'm put on this earth to help other people to also be their best version of themselves.
mm,
And in order for me to do that and to literally do that work and impact the world in that way on a huge scale, as I have and as you have, right? Like you're a movement builder, a movement creator, and like I've built tribes and communities like all over the world, and that's how we like connected. So like, oh, this
mm,
is like juicy and sparky and fun because you have to care deeply about people in order to do that and people's hearts and people's results and I know that what I get to do now a decade into entrepreneurship, and of course I'll go back and fill in the gaps in a little way,
mm,
but honestly like because my I know my story is important, but I'll be also really honest, my story
mm.
is boring to me. Like being totally real, I will share it, but it's also I really do believe, and I've had this feedback from people lately, thank goodness, that when they meet me in person, that they feel something different to when they see me online.
Mm.
And the reason that I kind of that just dropped in for me to talk about is it literally is like we're on this journey, right? Like life is a journey and we're here for a human experience. And I just literally made a decision over 10 years ago that I wanted to squeeze the juice out of my life.
Mm.
because we get just one. And it doesn't even like it for me, I'm like, it doesn't even like I was a country girl from New Zealand. I was born on a farm. Like, and I want everyone to know that watches this, that I am just like you. Like I am an ordinary chick that just did what I was meant to do at the time. I went to school, I went to university, I got the job, I climbed the corporate ladder because that's what, that's what was expected of me, not from my parents, or from society, right? Like that was how to be
Mm.
successful. And I did that and I was a good girl, but I was actually a badass in a good girl's body because honestly, like now I'm like, literally, that was awesome, and it's got me, and it got me to where I am. But actually, it got me to where I was, I should say. But what got me to where I am now is openness and a massive desire to get outside the box and to be abnormal and to be the black sheep and to be the badass and to be the, whatever you want to call it, mythical unicorn that breaks out of the cage, you
Mm.
know, like I was in the corporate world for 17 years. Like I know
Whoa.
what those golden handcuffs feel like. Like I wore them,
Yeah.
to be
Mm.
honest, like a badge of honor, because
Mm.
my ego was fully attached to this corporate world and this success. And my brother died 13 years ago. It's a really big part of my
Wow.
story. Like
Mm.
he had leukemia. Like it was shit. Like there's no other word for it. I was 36, he was 34. Like,
Mm.
what a way to grow up fast, and what a way to learn the really hard way that life tomorrow isn't promised. In
Yeah.
fact, neither is next year. We don't know we don't know what's coming for us or for the
Mm.
people that we love. And for me, it wasn't in that moment, of course, because I was mourning and I had a newborn. My son was 10 days old when
Oh,
my
wow.
brother passed. He's 13 years old now. I'm so blessed for the gift that is Benny, though, because he's,
Mm.
well, not though, he's literally like my brother. It's just so beautiful. He's so cheeky and fun, and he pushes all my buttons like brothers do. Those of you who have got brothers, you know what I'm talking about. And I changed my life, literally, and not overnight, because change doesn't happen overnight. And honestly, people that tell you that it does are lying. Like it literally doesn't happen overnight, but it can
Mm.
happen if you decide with a deep enough desire that you want a different life, that you want a different tomorrow, that you want a different like day to day, that you want a different normal.
Mm. So how did that happen? I'm really
Yeah.
curious. Like, how did that shift happen where you just realized, my God, this corporate, life isn't for me. I need something
Mm.
else. Like, can you describe that? And
Yeah, yeah, I really can. I was
mm.
sitting in this windowless office one day doing a like 3-day psych test for a career promotion for it to be the COO of a listed company. I was a general manager at the time. I'd been tapped on the shoulder and I jumped through all these hoops, and the whole time I knew I didn't even want it. I didn't even want this job. And because I knew that I was already working 100 hours a week. I was already stressed. I was away from my baby. My husband at the time was daddy daycare, so that was good. Like life was great, except I had missed his first step. I had missed his first word, like all of it. I'd missed his first birthday because I was managing an acquisition for that company. I was away somewhere. And when my brother passed, he used to say to me that I wasn't fun anymore and that I worked too much
Oh.
in a like in a annoying way, right, as brothers do. But he was my best friend, so it wasn't until he passed that I was like, he wasn't wrong.
Mm.
And but I don't know how to get out of this thing. And I was open, and luckily someone that knew me really well, Monica, said, you would be amazing at this thing, and I'm going to travel the world and have an amazing life, and you're going to get really pissed off if you're not doing it with me, so you might as well do it now.
That's a good way to put it.
Seriously, I know, right? Like, what a great way to recruit
Oh.
someone. And honestly, I watched this video late at night in my office. I remember in my corporate office, all my staff had gone home, and I watched this video, and my first reaction was, that's ridiculous. Like that can't be real. And but it sparked something in me. It looked fun, and I didn't have a lot of fun in my life. I saw all these people not only having fun, but like they seemed to like each other, and like they were linking arms. There was a movement, right? And I had built communities and tribes in the corporate world. And so I was like, oh, well, I can already do that. So that's transferable. And I'm saying that because, like, so often we go through life and we think that we can't make a big change because we don't know what we don't know, right? And we never know what we don't know, guys. Like, we never know. But what if we literally had everything inside of us to make something successful, and everything else that we don't have yet, we get to learn because that's part of the human experience, right?
Mm,
Like,
mm,
I love learning, and I know you do too. Like, I want to get to the end of my life and be like, wow, that was a wild ride. And I want to do it all again because it was so freaking fun, and all the people I met and all the, like, that's the life I wanted.
mm,
And
mm,
I didn't know back then, over a decade ago, when I said yes to this weird thing called network marketing and online business. I just knew that I had transferable skills, and I was driven, and had it really hungry, and had a deep desire to own my life. I had a deep desire to not be tied to my work phone and, contactable and accountable to KPIs for the rest of my life. And just actually have fun. And over 10 years ago, I had no idea that my life today could look like it does. Like, I had no
mm,
idea. And if you had have told me back then that wouldn't be having to, wouldn't be living in the big city, because that's where the big job was, that I'd be living at the beach, that, I'd be living 1 week a month in Bali, and that I'd literally be able to like wake up and be like, that is my day today. And if I don't like what's in the calendar, then I get to say to my team, can you change it? Because actually that doesn't feel good for me today. Like, I actually get to own my time. And when I was in the corporate world, like those 17 years, your life is not like that. Like, your ass is owned.
mm,
At whatever level you're at. In fact, the higher I went, the more my ass was owned, the more I was tied to the BlackBerry, the more I was needed on flights urgently, and all sorts of things. Like, I didn't control my life.
mm,
And it was fantastic until suddenly one day, like I've just shared, like suddenly it wasn't. But I
mm.
was like, I don't know how to, when we go through life and we kind of like get to this point, and then we don't know how the fuck to unravel it. Like,
Yeah.
how do
How
I
do you
how do
get
I get
out of
out of
it?
here?
Yeah, it's like it's the same story I had. Like we've done all the
Hmm.
things, had the jobs, the villa, everything.
Hmm.
But it felt like I was living in this glass box, and I
Yes.
didn't know how
Yeah.
to get out. Like, how do I get out of this? But tell me then what happened. Like you jumped on the online space, the network
Hmm.
marketing.
Yep.
Tell me about that journey. Like what were the ups and the downs? And you say it's not easy. I think a lot of, but then in the end it is. That's the kind of thing I think we need to remember. Like either you put in the hard work now so that you get the
Hmm.
freedom,
Correct.
later, or you're just comfortable and you stay in the glass box, and you don't get to experience freedom. Uh,
Well, it's like, and it's whether it's the glass box or an unhappy relationship, whatever it is in your life that we don't like, you either stay there and suck it up, or you change. Like, it's literally like, it's not that hard. And
mm,
and to be honest, the longer that I'm in the online space, the less tolerant I am of the of us, as, and I do it too. I'm like, it feels comfortable, or it feels scary, or I don't have the courage to do that. And what I know after 10 years, and well, 49 years of living, is that every time I've done the really scary things, whether it was starting a business, or moving from low ticket to high ticket, or leaving my marriage, or moving from the city to the beach, all of those big things that weren't easy, and 99% of the world, let's be honest, don't do them because it's hard. Like, that is why I'm living the life that I am, and not just actually why I'm living the life that I am, why I wake up every day pretty much excited about my life and pretty freaking
mm,
happy. Like I'm that annoying person that literally, if people don't like their life, then I trigger them. Whether they see me in a lift or an escalator or I'm driving my car singing at the top of my lungs, whatever. And
I love
honestly,
it.
yeah, I'm
But
like
it's
here
also
to
about like
trigger them.
respecting that inner child, right?
Yeah,
That's happy, that wants to play, that wants to have like enjoy life. I think a lot of people have just
exactly.
kind of forgotten about that part of ourselves, and you have so much of that in you. It's so beautiful to see.
And it was like it wasn't like I was talking about this. I can't even remember. I spoke at the weekend actually at an event, and I was talking a little bit about a little parts of my story. And you know, when I was in the corporate world, and no wonder my brother used to say that to me, like I was really serious and really boring. Like I had to be. I was working 100 hours a week with hundreds of staff and huge budgets and
Oh,
so
wow.
many, like it was humongous. And there was no capacity. And then the weekend would come around and I was so exhausted from the week that I needed the weekend to recover. And also I hadn't seen my family pretty much. So then I remember, and Benny and my son and I was saying to him the other day, do you remember like we used to just spend like hours at a time, and it was in the weekends when I wasn't working, just like lying on the couch, snuggling, watching TV. And
Mm,
he remembered because that was like very special time to me as well, because his dad had him all week. I mean, he still had him at the weekend too, but like I didn't have him. And like also as a parent, like that wasn't good enough to me. Like, and I'm not interested in homeschooling and all that stuff. Like that's not me. I love that like I work on my business while he's at school, or when he's at his dad's, I'm either working on my business or having fun and living life. But I wanted to not be exhausted when I was hanging out with Ben. I
mm,
wanted to not be exhausted when I was hanging out with my friends. I
mm,
wanted to literally go through life energized and excited. And when you have that, you don't ever like you hold on to that like it's freaking gold dust, because it is. Because most people in the world don't have it.
mm,
And I say that with sadness, to be honest, because it's actually all inside all of us. It's inside all of us to have that, whatever that life is that we want for ourselves. It's inside us. And sometimes it's just a little thing that needs to be like a little lock or a little whatever you want to call it that needs to be turned. It's the tiniest little tweak sometimes,
mm,
but only I can't want it more for people than they want it for themselves. And
mm,
neither can you. Like, and we've built movements, right?
mm,
And it really it's up to us as individual humans to really make a decision first for our own life, like for ourselves. And
mm,
I'll be totally real. I love when people share in their story that their why is their family, and that's
mm,
not me. And I'm really okay with that. My why was me. My why was being so freaking excited and turned on about my life that I became magnetic, that I was happy first off, that I knew that I was living a life that was like big enough for my brother and I,
mm.
because he didn't get
Wow.
to have his.
Oh,
And
that's
of
so
course,
touching. Yeah.
yeah,
And at the same time, like, I've come to that after many years of like not prioritizing myself, many, many
hmm
years, that, you can't be there for your family or do anything for anyone else if you haven't completed you first, right?
yes,
So,
yes,
and I mean, that was, took me too long to realize that. Like now it's like rigorous, like I take care of myself first, my morning routines, everything.
yeah,
But yeah, would you talk about that? Because I think especially a lot of
yeah.
women, a lot
I
of men
literally was
too.
like, I'd love to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
it's so
deeply
funny. I was
important that
literally
is.
just, yeah, it's so important. It's like guarding our energy, right? I literally just had this exact conversation with my man like not long ago, like literally exactly this. Like the more, how can I articulate it well? The more I am in love with my life, the more precious it is to me.
Mm.
Like the more I squeeze the juice out of my life, the more juice I know there is to squeeze. Like the more like I am so in love with experiences. And I don't just mean getting off a plane in a new country. Of course, that's awesome. And I love that. And I get to do that too. But actually, like just like being spontaneous and saying, yes, fuck, that sounds like a great idea. Whether it's going up the road and doing X or going somewhere, like it doesn't even matter. It's just like saying yes, which is what my whole brand, Yes Life, is all about. Like saying yes to whatever is going to light me up and turn me on and get me excited about my life. And the reason for that is, and I'll talk about how I do that, is when I'm in that state, then like the impact that I have on the people around me, whether they're people in my business, whether that it's my partner, my family, my friends, like the world, my coaching clients, like everything, the more I get to help them turn that on as well. And I've really learned that like probably only in the last year. Like when I am in people say in state, and I don't know, when I'm just turned on, that's what I say. When I'm turned on about my life, that is when I can most help people become or get into a place that they want to be turned on about their life. And that's when they can effect change and make decisions that literally cause that ripple, like that domino effect that is the
Mm.
transformation that becomes their life.
And that's beautiful.
And
It's like I usually talk about following your light, following your passion,
yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
know that in every moment, right?
No,
Like
you
what
don't.
you're talking about is like, well, today I want to do this, like to be able to
Yeah.
follow that flow and ease.
Yes.
I mean, isn't that
Yeah.
freedom? Like, if that
It
is
is
freedom, I don't know
freedom.
what.
And follow the fun, Monica. Follow the fun. Like one of my beautiful coaching clients just said to me she sent me a message just a couple of days ago. She was like, I was just saying to my beautiful friend at the weekend, like, how freaking cool that my mentor, like, literally, like, I'm in this 12-week container with her, and I'm literally, and I didn't know this. Like, look, of course, I help with strategy and business structure and all the things. But she said, like I'm literally in this container with her because I just want to model, like, one, how her life and business gets to be so easy, and two, how she has so much fun. And I was like, that's my legacy. Like, like, I started crying. I was like, that is
Oh.
like exactly what I'm here for. And it didn't always look like this, right? It didn't
Mm,
always look like this. So
mm,
let me take you through some of the things that I've done. And
mhm,
I'm not going to say every day because obviously I'm human and living a human experience and I have moments too, right? As we all do. But I am relentless about looking after my mind and and not relentless about looking after my physical body. Like I'll be honest, I could be better at that. I love having fun as well, and sometimes that means like having some champagne or some whatever. But for the most part, I exercise pretty much every day. I have infrared saunas 5 to 6 days a week. Like
mm,
putting that into my routine over the last year has really taken things up a notch in a really big way. I
mm,
live right at the beach. Like I literally watch the sunrise, sorry, pretty much every day, sitting on my deck, having a cacao or having a coffee if I feel like it, looking at the water, and it is divine. And I used to live in a big city near the big job, like I said. So having that um, freedom to live where I want is it's like actually like actually makes me a bit speechless and nearly cry at the moment because like imagine if everyone in the world, Monica, like just like imagine a world, like now I'm going to cry.
no,
Imagine
it's
a world
okay.
where Imagine a world where, and I imagine this world all the time because I want to live in this world. I want to live in a world where people are turned on AF about their life. because in that state, they don't blame, they don't control, they're not nasty, they're not evil, they're not doing shitty things, they're not making people feel bad, like whatever. Like literally, and again, it's kind of cliche, but I want to live in that world. And for me, in my world, it starts with me. And I get to be the ripple in my local community and in my online world and with honestly anyone who is lucky enough to come into my energy and that is the place that I'm in. It's like that's the and I know you're the same. Like that's you only build movements when when you have the heart and the
Mm,
energy and the strength to cause that ripple,
beautiful,
you
beautiful.
know?
And but
The
tell me
other thing,
about
oh,
mm,
sorry,
no,
you
no,
go.
go on, go on.
Oh, just one more thing that I will share because this is quite huge for, for people who are wanting to get a different result in their life, whether it's in their business, like whatever. Like for me, this it's why it's called the Yes Life method, right? Or the Yes Life method. But part of what I teach in my methodology and everything I teach is how I live my own life, obviously, right? We can only teach what we have, what we've experienced ourselves.
Mm,
And it's as simple as getting really clear on what I want for my life, not just for the next year, but for the next 5 years and like what I want to be doing in 5 years, like where I want to be living, like what I want my life to look like what I want to be earning, where I want to be traveling to, where Benny and I have been, where my man and I have been, like what life looks like, what my business looks like, how many badass babes all over the world I've helped make money so that they are impacting hundreds and thousands of people. And my Yes Life script is something that without fail for 5 or 6 years I've listened to every morning when I'm in the shower because I learned from the late Bob Proctor that we attach a habit to a habit, right? So I write my Yes Life script. I'm not going to go into the details of it now, but I write the script for my life in the present tense, whether it's a year down the track or 3 months, whatever. And in the background, I have my 5 year vision and goals of where I'm going, right? Because if we don't know where we're going, we're not going to get there. And in fact, the clearer we are about where we want to go, then that like the less resistance will be placed in our way, whether we believe in universe, God, source, whatever it is, right? Like it astounds me the things that I have had in my Yes Life script. Like now that I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years, like the pace at which and the speed at which things come into my life that I've asked for, that I've got super clear I wanted,
mm,
whether it's income, whether it's clients to impact, whether it's a beautiful, like deep, loving, sexy relationship, whether it's my son doing well at school, like whatever it is. I've had in my vision for my life for the last 4 years being in Bali 1 week of every month. I don't want to live there full time. And I have a son that I, have 50/50 care of. But my partner and I just decided a couple of months ago that why don't we just do that? We could literally start that now. And we just made the decision over dinner and a bottle of rosé in Bali one night that we're just going to do it. And we go back in, I think, 17 days. It'll be our third trip in 3 months. Like,
Oh,
that's my life now. And like, if
mm.
you had have told me 10 years ago, the corporate general manager, that that was going to be my life, I would have probably sat on the floor of the cubicle that was my office and cried because I just would have been like, I don't know how that's ever going to happen.
And I
Like,
mean, yeah, it's the same for me. Like, I mean, and everyone's dreams are just perfectly different as well. Like, my dream was
yes,
living in the country, being with my kids, helping lots of
yes,
people, and supporting people to be free. And, I'm there. Like, sometimes
yeah,
like, I have to kind of pinch myself. I'm like,
yes,
okay, I'm actually here now.
yeah,
And, 6 years ago, I would never believe that I would live this kind of life. And I think that's where it starts, right? And also like
yes,
for the newbies in this community that are like still kind of maybe
Yeah,
struggling, and is this working? And like, should I really
yeah,
do this? Like,
yeah.
what would you say to them? Because there's
Yes.
a lot of
Oh,
blocks
I've
going
got
through.
one word, but I'll obviously expand on it. It's trust. Just trust. Like, babe, like whoever is watching this, like, trust yourself, trust this community, trust the results that are all around you all over the world. Trust that your heart and brain and soul led you here for a reason. Trust the Japanese that created this incredible vehicle for us. Trust money. Trust money that it's always going to be there to look after you. Trust the universe, trust God, whatever it is that you believe in. And most of all, trust yourself. Like trust yourself that you were that you're the one that said yes to this. Like that makes you a powerful being already. Like you are already in the 1%, because 99% of the world are going to get to the end of their life and honestly be miserable AF and be unhappy and have regrets and have blame and have literally look back over their life and just have heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. And I don't mean a relationship heartbreak. I mean life letting them down, life letting them down, life letting them down because they let life happen to them.
Mm,
They didn't take it by the horns and make their life their own. And you guys already here, you've made this life your own. Like you've taken the first step. Now you just have to continue to trust and continue to take the next step and the next step and the next step. And when you fall over, because you will a lot, the same as I have, the same as Monica have, the same as anyone who has, the people that have what what you want right now. And I get it.
mm,
Like, just know that we have fallen on our faces more times. I've sat in my office or sat on the beach and cried more often than I could tell you when things didn't go wrong or things didn't happen the way I wanted them to. And I have learned to trust that actually whatever happens is exactly what's meant to happen in exactly the right timing. And that everything always works out for me. And I have that always on my whiteboard. Like, and if that resonates for you watching, like write that down. Everything is always working out for me. And when I started in this industry 10 years ago, I can tell you right now, I did not believe everything was always working out for me. Like my brother had just died of leukemia
mm,
at 34. Like my world was rocked. There was the rudest awakening to real life ever. And I was in this corporate job that I loved and then I hated with the most awful, to be honest, new, like, I spoke earlier about that COO position that I was tapped on the shoulder for and interviewing for when I realized I didn't even want that life anymore. And the particular leader that came into that role knew that I had gone for that position and you can imagine made my life a not a fun place for the next 2 years.
mm,
And it was horrendous. And I put my big girl pants on and just made a decision to get out of there and to never, ever, ever let somebody else control my life again.
mm, mm,
And it wasn't easy. And I didn't know what was happening. I didn't have a crystal ball. Do you know how many times I'm like, oh my gosh, if I want to know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. It would be great if I knew that this was going to work out. I'm sure you've felt the same, right? Wouldn't it be great? And honestly, now I'm like, I don't know. And that is what is so friggin' magical because whatever is going to happen is so much better than I ever could have scripted in my Yes Life script or that I could ever wish to see in a crystal ball.
mm. Oh, that's beautiful. And like, tell me of the journey in the network marketing and in our
Yes.
community. How has that been? Like, how
Yeah.
would
Um,
love to know some like golden nuggets and some.
Yeah, of course. Like I went fast and in all companies I went fast. And honestly, the reason I went fast was because I was hungry. That's all. I was hungry. I didn't have the skills. I didn't even have a Facebook account when I started. Literally. didn't even have social media because I was a boring corporate chick, right? Honestly. And I just learnt the skills and I was really coachable. I was really coachable. I'm still very coachable.
Mm.
Like if someone tells me to that I if someone that has the results that I want, I'll hold this book up. Like my mentor, one of my mentors, Christy, she's amazing. Like she told me one day, a few months into my journey, because something was going on in my life, she said in a voice note, listen to this book. You're a badass at making money, Jen Sincero. It literally it's a 4 hour listen. It's so good. I bought the hard copy because I do love to go through and write notes. I did it on one page. I'm not I start things sometimes and don't finish them, but only in books and podcasts, not actually in my business. I'm a finisher, to be clear. Like you have to so I was coachable, but I also just got to work, Monica. Like
Mm.
it
Yeah,
really
the juice. Yeah.
I did the do, and to be honest, it really frustrates me. Um, not for me, it frustrates me for the person when I see so much heart and so much desire and so much hunger, but then people hold themselves back because of fears, because of limiting beliefs, and they stay in this place of well, inertia, but like consumption. Like they'll watch things like this and they'll listen to things like this and they'll do that and they'll think they're working on their business. And that's not working on your business. Working on your business is, yes, learning the skills, but then implementing and executing and getting into however you're building this type of business. You know, we need leads. Are we are we doing ads? Are we going to learn the skills ourselves or are we going to invest in an agency? Are we, if we're building organically, like, are we upping our Instagram game? Like, what are we doing to improve our skills like each week, each month, each year?
Mm.
And like because that's important. Are we do we need to increase our communication skills, our sales skills? Like all of those things are really important. Yes, but for me the most important is, are we hungry? Like how hungry are we? Like
Mm.
how badly do we really want a different tomorrow or a different next year? Like
Mm.
how and often the only way to in my experience the best way I should say to really like move into action from a place of like fear or a limiting belief that I'm not good enough or sure, look at Monica, like it's obviously easy for her, like she's built movements around the world. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
and
Mm.
only when we sit on the nail, that is the pain that we have in our life right now. Only when we sit on it and like actually like really twist our bum around and like really hurt, do we really go, frick, I want to get off the nail. I want
Yeah.
to get off
Oh, that's
when
such a good point.
drowning in
Yeah.
debt. Yeah, like
Because I
whatever
think
the
when
nail
you,
is.
yeah, when you're in that situation, it's so hard to see that you can achieve
Yeah.
all these other things. And for me, it was just like, if I go on like that, I'm going to be burnt out. I'm not going to be able to be with my kids. My life,
Yes.
like, I'm going to be on sick leave, like, completely passed out. I just
Yeah.
couldn't go on. And
Yes.
for no reason, want to miss the life with my kids. And I
Yeah.
guess when you just, you know, feel that and then
Mm.
have the trust, look at all the
Yes.
people. I mean, just
Yeah.
listen to everyone in this podcast, that I've interviewed. Like,
Yes.
then it's like, then you just go for it, right? And I think
That's
that's
right.
what I see in you, like claiming your power, like you said,
Yeah.
reclaiming your life, because for me, that's so much what it's about. The more people that reclaim their life and no one owns
Yes.
them any longer, I own
Yes.
my life. You can't be threatened. You're going to lose your job, or like do this, da, 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 or you're going to lose your job. Like then you're just like, no worries, like take it. I've got something
Yeah.
here.
Oh, I love that. That gave me the chills because, right, exactly like claiming or reclaiming our
Mm,
life. Like, how powerful is that? And for those of us with children, like monkey see, monkey do, right? Like, my probably my one of my top three favorite things about this industry and the life that I've been able to create is what is the young adult that Ben is turning into.
Mm, mm,
He literally
mm.
knows he can do anything,
Yeah.
and he nothing is going to stop him. And his mind is strong, and there's no monkey mind like I see in other 13, 14-year-old boys and girls. There's, just an absolute, I've got this and I can do whatever I want because my mum does whatever she wants. And it's not an entitlement,
Mm,
but it's a like we're giving our children the key to know that they can too.
mm, mm.
Like what a freaking gift. Like that's impact.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, being an example more than like
Yeah.
telling them what to do, I mean, that's so
Yeah.
much more powerful, right?
Yeah, because monkey see, monkey do, right?
Yeah, yeah,
If you
exactly.
say that in Sweden,
Oh, yeah,
monkey
exactly.
see, monkey do. And oh, I just as you were talking, I can't remember what I was going to say, but it's just life is so juicy and fun when we just decide to do something different to what everyone else around us is doing.
Mm,
And,
mm.
so many people I talk to, they they are or were like the black, uh, excuse me, I could feel
Bless
that
you.
sneeze coming.
Oh my
They were or are the black sheep in their family. Like they're different. And, you know, like embrace it. Embrace the fact that you're different because that's freaking awesome. Like embrace the fact that you want different to what your friends want. Or that's what I was going to say. Like environment is everything. And I know we all, know that we're the sum of the five people we spend the most time with and all that stuff. But like, and this is not me telling anyone to, change your friends or anything like that, but just be discerning with who you let into your energy field, like who you let into your environment, whether it's your
God.
physical environment or your online environment. Like who are you listening to? What
Mm,
podcasts? Like what books? Like who are you letting in to your world? Because this is
mm,
your world. And for me that has been another like absolutely huge like hack and clue of why I'm where I am and why you are and why so many of us are living the life that we are because we really just got discerning.
exactly. Like, do you listen to those who are still in a rut, or do you listen to
Hmm.
those that have the results you want? It's like kind of simple,
It
right?
is. It is actually, and the more you do it, like the more you hang out with people that that lift you up, that are where you want to be. Like you literally will become the sum of like you'll be the next millionaire if you hang out with five millionaires. Like I know that's
Mm,
like a really simple way of looking at it, but it's really true. And sometimes that means that things and people fall away because they're meant to.
mm,
They're
mm,
meant to, that, for you to get to where you've made a decision, right? And this can be really scary at first. Like it's like, well, this really safe little world that we were in and that little bubble is actually like falling away from us, whether it's a friend or a relationship or a job or whatever. But, when we get really clear about what we want and we start doing the action to get it, we start moving in that direction, then the universe, God, source has no option but to get us there as fast as possible. And if that means removing things that we can't see are not for us,
mm, mm. And where do you get that? Because I mean, it takes a form of bravery. You need to kind of be a bit
yes,
brave, right?
you need to be a
Like,
bit delulu too, right? Like a little bit. You
yeah,
you
and
kind of
like be
do.
accepting of what people think or do not think about you, I guess, because that can
Yeah.
be a big one. Like,
Yes.
what will people think? And oh my God, I'm going to be this black sheep and I'm going to do it differently. But I think, yeah, like you said, it's really you deciding. I mean, fully deciding, not just like half, I'm going to try it out. It's
Yeah.
not going to work
No.
then. Uh-uh.
Mm.
It's like,
No.
how much do you want this? Like, you have to
Yes.
go full in,
All
you
in.
know?
Yes. And all in doesn't look like 24/7. Like that's the whole point of
No,
this
no,
business.
that's the thing. Yeah.
All in is a commitment that we're making to ourselves that we
Mm,
are going to do this until it
mm,
takes.
mm,
Like not just, test it out a little bit. Like, yeah, if you anything you do, if I'd like we were just talking about water fasting before this, right? I'm going to do one tomorrow. I'm committing to it. Like I'm not just going to say, I'm going to try and do a water fast tomorrow. Guess what? I'll eat lunch. Like it's because, but whereas like when I'm committed to, I'm going to do a water fast tomorrow
mm,
and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, I'm doing a water fast. And it's just like that. My brain is like, I'm already doing it. Like it's actually already happened.
mm,
And same with my business. I'm getting up and I'm working on my business every day. I worked on my business every day, even though I worked 100 hours a week for those 2 years until it took me to get out of corporate. And like in all honesty, like looking back now, they were like I'm very direct. I don't sugarcoat it for anybody. Like it wasn't an easy 2 years. There
mm,
was so many moments that I I didn't know if it was going to work, but I never lost the trust. I lost it in myself, of course, sometimes, but I didn't lose it in the industry. I didn't lose it in the companies I was partnering in. I didn't lose it in the model of network marketing, of leveraged income. I never ever did. I always knew that I would get there if I did the work and made the decisions to align with the vehicle that ended up being right for me.
mm.
And and I for me, and this is something that write this down for if it resonates with you when you listen to this, you know, do the one thing. No, sorry, not the one thing. Do the things. It's not getting late at night for me, so excuse my brain.
Don't worry.
Um, no, you're fine. Do the thing today that most people will not do to have the tomorrow that most people will not have.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah,
Do
it,
the thing today that most people
mm,
won't do to have the tomorrow that most people won't have. And I'm so fortunate that I heard that from a
mm,
leader from stage like less than a year into my journey.
oh,
And I have
mm,
literally like that just landed. I was like, I'm
mm,
here to hear this. And
mm,
that is literally what I've done. Whether it was a 10 or a 12 or a 16-hour day in corporate, I still did my hour on my business. I
exactly.
literally was like, okay, if that's what I'm going to do the thing today. And
Yeah,
now
just
when
to
people say to
stay
me, oh my,
completely on top of it. I think that's
yeah,
so, so important because I was the same. I was working full time. I was like doing
yeah,
2 hours per day.
yeah,
And you have to kind of, and I mean, a bit into my business, like both my
yeah,
mentors, all my mentors disappeared.
yeah,
Like I was on my own. I could have given up completely
yeah,
until I was like, you know what? I'm not stopping for anything.
yeah,
Like you have to have that kind of, you know what? I'm in it for life. Like
yeah,
it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't
yes,
matter if your ads aren't working or your upline, sideline, whatever is
yeah,
not there. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna make it happen
yes,
because I know it works. Like I can see all these people, like you said,
that's
having
right.
fun, living their lives.
Yeah,
I was not there yet, at
yeah,
that point. But I was like, and I made it work.
yeah,
In the easiest, simplest ways. It's sometimes so much more simple than you think.
yes.
Don't you think? Like
It
people
is. Yeah, because we're
overcomplicate it.
humans. We like to
Like,
complicate shit.
yeah, it's like, oh, when I've done this, then I'm gonna start. When I've done this. Or like all the kind of also when you're in it, like, oh, but this isn't working. And then like, oh, it's not working for me. And then it's like after a couple of months, you just give up.
Yeah,
And then you're like, oh my
exactly.
God, you're giving away this package of gold. Like, do you understand what you have in your hands? Like, that's what you want to scream to people. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
exactly.
realize what you have
Exactly.
here.
And it really is. It is doing it's all of that. It's just it's making a decision. It's being open initially. It's making a decision one time to do it until
Mm,
you have that thing that you're either moved away from the pain or you've had you have that thing that you've been wanting, whether it's to not have a job, not have a boss, move house, buy a house, like whatever the thing is. Like just get honest with yourself and work out what it is that you don't like in your life and what it is that you want and make a plan to get there
Mm,
because no one else is going to do it for you. Like, and
mm,
that's why I believe people get to the end of their life and they're not happy and they
mm.
blame and they're sad and they're angry and all of the things. And what if we all just took radical responsibility for like our own energy, our own like experience on this earth? Like,
Exactly,
yeah,
just grab it. It's not like I think in Sweden we have the tall poppy syndrome. Like, no,
yes,
no, I shouldn't be too much. Like, it's egoistic to just think about yourself. I mean, that is so much self-sabotage in that, like,
yeah.
honestly. And like, no
But
one
we have
should
that in
stand out.
Australia too.
You have
Yeah.
that too? Yeah.
Oh, she's so money hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no,
Like
she
it's an
just loves
egoistic
helping
thing.
people to make money because, when amazing women around the world have more money, the world is a better place, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Like families being with their kids, people
Yes,
enjoying their lives. Like, how can that be a bad thing? It's a very good
exactly.
thing.
I
Oh,
agree.
so
Oh,
beautiful.
wow.
I mean, Joe, so much value here. I'm just like so inspired and so almost tearing up
Oh,
myself. Like,
oh,
I mean, the long journey and like how where we are today, and where so many
yeah,
people that just stick to it, where they get to be,
yeah, yes.
So beautiful. But I always end with, I'd love to ask you, what
Mm,
is your longer vision? Like where do
yeah,
you see this
of
going? Like both
course.
for yourself and then for your community.
Yes. Yeah. This is really easy for me because, like I said, I have a vision, right? And it's not just 6 months, 12 months because, um, you know, I've learned that the bigger the vision is that I have for my life, the the more I stay on track, to be honest.
Mm,
Like
mm,
I like for me that vision of being in Bali 1 week of every month for the last 4 years, I've held on to that. I didn't know when. I thought it was a few more years away, to be honest. I didn't know when, I didn't know how. I have a son that I had to have 50% love of. Well, I have all of his love, but you know what I mean. That came out wrong, like 50% care. And I didn't know, but I just held on to it. And for me and my business and the personality and the archetype that I am, I like get so much more into my business when I'm really excited about what that vehicle is going to be able to help me to do.
mm,
So that's a very big like hack. If you're watching this or listening to this and you're just focusing on, the next sale or the next rank or the next ad you're going to do or whatever, I suspect that at some point you're going to lose momentum if you're in momentum now or get stuck. And I say that because I've so many times that happened to me until thankfully I had an amazing mentor who really helped me to see that the vision for my life wasn't big enough
mm,
and it wasn't exciting me enough and it wasn't turning me on enough. And I went away and I did that work and I worked out what it is. And for me, it is now living in Bali 1 week of every month. Like I will do that forever. And
mm,
eventually it'll probably end up being 50-50 when my son is, older and needs me less, right? He's a teenager
mm.
right now. They need their mums. I tell myself anyway. Um, and
Mm,
it is, this next era for me too is creating massive wealth.
mm,
And so that I can have even like massive impact, because of course we have to put our own oxygen mask on first, right? Like on the airplane before we put it on
mm,
the kids and everyone else. So we have to put our own one on first. And I had to put mine on to look after my family and myself and to get us to where I am. And now I'm at the point that now I get to give to Benny and I help. We help a family that we met in Bali. Like, well, I met in Bali. Benny's seen photos and videos, but he'll meet them next year when he comes with me. And just for me, things like that, like I like giving cash and sending money to this beautiful family because they deserve it, actually, because everyone in the world, I believe, should start off with the same opportunity.
mm,
And Benny and I have, we have a business plan for our Yes Life Foundation, which is the objective of our Yes Life Foundation is to help children around the world, wherever they are, to um, know that they are worthy and good enough of this as everybody is in the world, but actually giving them the tools. So whether they need technology or schooling or whatever it is to give them a leg up in the world, so that they actually get to change whatever the trajectory is that their life might be going in right now. That was not articulated well, but I get really emotional about it.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I mean, what's
And
more
that's something
important
that Ben
than
and I are going to work in together. Like, how cool is that?
oh, wow. I mean, my heart burns for the children as well. That's one of the things
Yes.
that just awoke me, when I was a
Yeah.
teenager, or I was in my
Yes.
early 20s, and I went to India and saw these starving kids.
Oh,
And then I was like, we're not a humanity. Like, we can't call ourselves human if we let this happen in this world.
correct.
Like,
Yeah.
every child should be safe, should be taken care of, should have
Yes.
food, should not be
Yes.
like used or abused in any way. Like, the
Shouldn't
kids
be
are,
scared. Shouldn't be like all the things.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what my heart is like so
Mm.
passionate about. And
Yes, I can feel it. I haven't been to India and now I'm going to cry because I don't know if I'm tough enough to be honest, but maybe that probably is something that I need to do. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just it's like everything in life. It's also what I do in my international work. It's like, okay, let's just look at the facts. Like, look at how it
yeah.
is in the earth, and let's look at
Yes.
your life. Like, be honest, be clear. Like, don't
Yes.
sugarcoat things or believe that it's going to be better next year, or like
Yeah.
you're going to do it in 10 years. Like, no, like, what is it like? Be honest.
Yeah.
That's where we can start making things better, right? How
Exactly.
shitty it
Exactly.
might even be, that's okay.
Exactly.
Like, there's
Like
so
that's spitting
many
on the
people.
nail.
Yeah, there's so many people in our community started from nothing, nothing at
Yeah.
all. No health, no money, no nothing, no time, whatever it is. And they just rose up to create these beautiful lives. And I mean,
Yes.
isn't that changing the world in a better way?
It
Like,
is changing the world because in
with
this
every
the best part,
individual.
yeah, and the best part about this business, we can't do it by ourselves, right? That's the
Yeah.
whole point. Like that's why it's attracted, I believe, like heart-led women like us, Monica, and
Mm,
so
mm.
many hundreds and thousands of others because we give a shit about people, actually.
Exactly. And to look
Like
at
we
reality
actually
and then
do.
do something about it, take action
Exactly.
about it, not just sit on the sideline and watch your life and watch the world like going on. Like, there's so many
Yeah,
people watching their lives like they're watching television.
I know. I
And it
know.
scares me. Like, how can you
Are
let
you
that
same?
happen? It's your life. It's not their life. It's not the television's life. It's not someone else's life. It's your life
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting
It's
all fired
happening.
up by you as
I
well,
know,
Joe.
same. I love this conversation. It's juicy. It's juicy. I've loved talking to you.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And any words you'd like to end with, like anything else you'd like to share?
Yes. Oh, let's see what comes to me. Just like what are you doing with this one beautiful life that we get? Like, what are you doing? Because it's actually freaking serious.
Hmm.
Like, not like life gets to be fun, of course, as I've talked about. And honestly, if the way that I live my life now is if it's not fun, I'm not doing it.
Mm,
And like literally, like I follow the fun, but you know, what are you doing with this one life? Because like if we don't take it seriously, then it's not going to take us seriously.
mm, mm. Oh, that's beautiful, Joe. Yeah, it is serious, and then you need to believe there is another way, right?
Yes,
For you
that's
and
right.
believe.
And there is, and that's exactly what we do and what you're here for.
Oh, so, so beautiful, so inspiring. I get all fired up. You're like this, yeah, pure fire, Joe. Like,
Oh, yes.
you're
I
just,
love that.
I think you're just igniting the world with your like your
Oh,
passion and your love and I can just see how much you care, how much you really want, all the others around you to see what you've seen, experience what you
Yeah.
get to experience, and
Yes.
so, so beautiful.
Thank you, Monica. I've
Oh.
loved being here with you. It's been really special. It's really fired me up. And I'll literally now I'll be like, it's like nearly 9 o'clock at night. How am I going to go to sleep now? I'm like so pinged. Like, look at me.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, okay, Jill, thank you so much for being on and looking forward to see you next time and
Thanks,
wish you all
Monica.
the best. Thank you.
Mwah.